For more than 20 years, the Women United Luncheon has been bringing the community together to celebrate the power of women and girls. So joining me now to talk about this year's luncheon is Chelsea Carver, Chief Development Officer for the United Way. And Chelsea, tell us first, who's this year's guest speaker?
So this year is our 23rd annual Women United Luncheon, and we are incredibly proud to host Renee Elise Goldsberry, who, among her many other talents, played Angelica Schuyler in the original cast of Hamilton on Broadway. And in addition to Renee, we'll also be honoring a longstanding icon in the Denver community, Anna Jo Garcia Haynes.
Wonderful. So tell us, what do you hope that people get out of the conversation with Renee Elise Goldsberry?
The theme this year is She Cannot Wait, We Cannot Wait. And I think as we're all looking toward the end of this pandemic, one of the things that we know is that women and girls were disproportionately affected, whether that was dropping out of the workforce or just simply having additive responsibility of being a parent, a teacher, a caregiver, and an employee. In fact, Mile High United Way's 211 call center, which is a free resource that you can call if you can't feed your kids that night, if you can't pay your rent, or if you need a ride to a job interview, took over 120,000 calls during the pandemic, and the majority of those calls were from women. So when you think about what that means for our community, having this conversation with Renee, we're hoping gives some light, some hope, some laughter, but also a really tangible way for us to think about how we support women and girls in our community, because truly she cannot wait anymore and we cannot wait to support her.
Wonderful. It sounds like it'll be a great event. Tell us, why does United Way host this luncheon every year?
I mentioned that we were honoring Anna Jo Garcia Haynes, who is the godmother of early childhood education in Denver. And when you think about supporting women and girls, mothers and daughters, one of the most pivotal places that we can support is in those very earliest years. And we all know how crazy it was to be a parent during the pandemic. And Mile High United Way's programming really pivoted to look at how you're supporting women and girls. We have a program called HIPPY, which is home instruction for the parents of preschool youngsters. And we actually saw needs double for that during the pandemic. So home visitors going in, supporting moms, helping them be better parents as they're struggling through this pandemic like the rest of us. And so we know women are the lifeblood of so many communities. And when you think about a luncheon like this, hosting this every year, seeing 1,000 women, 500 women in a room ready to support those who uplift our community every day, I can't think of a better reason to host a get-together every year.
Absolutely. It's always powerful. Tell us, too, we know there's a live stream option, but what COVID safety protocols will you have in place for the people who attend in person this year?
Absolutely. You know, in years past, we have been very happy to sell out every year in a giant ballroom with 1,000 people. This year, we know that we need to be more careful. And so we're hosting our event at a much limited capacity, so fewer people in a much bigger space. And we're also asking that folks wear masks when they're not sitting at their table. But for those who aren't comfortable being in person, we do have that live stream option, which folks can go to www.unitedwaydenver.org and get tickets that way as well.
Which is great, just to make sure everyone can be a part of this important event.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, Chelsea. We really appreciate your time today.
Thank you very much.
Of course. And Mile High United Way's Women United Luncheon is Thursday, September 23rd, starting at 11:30. It's at the Fillmore Auditorium, and we've got ticket information on our website, cbsdenver.com.